Okay, so today we're going to be installing our dust reduction unit. We're going to do the gib, so we don't want to do the gib in WA with all the red dust and everything without one. We had a little bit of dust come in when we were at Lawn Hill. Wasn't too bad, but I reckon it'll be pretty bad over in WA if we try to tackle it without one. So I bought one of the Dometic, there it is, isn't it, Ted? One of these Dometic DRS units. I think it cost about, it was not good on special sale, so I think it was about $600 or something. My generator, I think I bought it. So we've had that sent up to Darwin. I was going to remove this hatch, which is the smaller of the hatches that we've got. So it's 400 by 400, which is the maximum hole size that the Dometic DRS unit can take. But earlier on in our travels, which you probably would have seen in one of our earlier videos, I left one of the roof hatches of the bigger, one of the biggest roof hatches open, and it was broken. So, and it's in a better position, so it's more at the front. Oh, a bit sunny there. So it was here, and we've got another big one right here, which is over our bed. So I thought instead of buying a whole new hatch, and it's actually in a better position because it's at the front of the van. The problem with putting it at the back of the van is it's right behind the aircon unit and it's at the back. So it's probably the worst position to put the DRS unit for ram air because it needs the air to sort of when you're driving along. So at the front and the center is the best position. So, but the only problem we got with these front ones is that the hole is massive. It's like 600 by 700 or something. So so what I've done is I measured up and I got one of the local sheet metal places to make up one of these, couple of 2mm aluminium plates. So I'm going to put one at the top and seal it up, and then one's going to go on the inside. The one on the inside we're going to wrap in just some white matte vinyl, which we're getting a local sticker place to make up for us. It's just so it's not just an ugly bit of aluminium sitting on the roof. So yeah, so I've removed the old hatch this morning, the broken one. Actually, it was much easier than I was anticipating. I thought it was going to be a nightmare, but they didn't use too much silicone on it. I'd probably put more on it to fix it when we broke it. So it took me maybe, I don't know, 30 minutes to remove that old hatch, which was good. So I'm just going to get up on the roof now. I'm going to clean up the silicone a bit, just prep the area a bit, and then I'll seal the top bit of aluminium down. All right, so we're just up on the top of the roof now. I've removed the old hatch, so this is the hole that's come in. So I'm just going to clean up this silicone a little bit around. This is the plate that I've had made up, so it's just going to sit just like that. So it's covered up that hole nicely. And that square there is the exact size that the DRS unit needs. I had that laser cut from the sheet metal joint. So these two bits of aluminium cost me about $300 because I had them express done. Otherwise they wouldn't have done it, so I had to pay a bit more, but that's all right, it'll be worth it. So you can see that back hatch there. That was the original place we're going to put it, but because it's behind the aircon and at the back of the unit, it wasn't the best position, and we wouldn't have got the best out of the unit if we had to put it back there. It's probably the easiest one to do and probably the cheaper way because I wouldn't have had to have any plates made up. But yeah, we need the DRS unit to work, so we'll bit more effort and put it in the right spot at the front here. And plus, as I mentioned before, the hatch was already broken anyway, so we'll make use of the best spot. So I'm just going to prep this area, seal it up, and then I'll get this top bit down, and then we'll work on the inside. So I just cleaned up around these edges. I've marked the corners of the aluminium sheet to go down. Now I'm going to use this stuff. It's called Solaflex. It's just a sealant and adhesive from Bunnings. It's just UV protected and all that sort of stuff. So I'm just going to use that to seal this this top plate, and then I'll let that set, and then we'll get onto the inside. So I've just put the top half of the unit on. I've just siliconed around the bottom of it. And I've just placed it into that square. Super easy. I just missed the video. I didn't realise the GoPro wasn't recording, so I couldn't show you the foam that goes on the bottom, but it's super easy. Yeah, it's just a bit of foam that goes around the bottom that comes in the kit, and that's it. And then you just put the top unit into your cutout, and then you come underneath, and it just sits in that. So this is my cutout here in the ceiling, and the top unit just sits on top of that. You just put your rubber seal on that comes in the kit, which is self-explanatory, super easy. And yeah, and now I'm going to do the inside bit, and I'll show you how to do that. Okay, so I've just installed a couple of cross supports just for the 2mm aluminium, because it's such a big hole across. I've just put these spacers in, just using a bit of right angle brackets. Everything's from Bunnings. The width of this roof is 55mm, so I've got a couple of bits of aluminium to make 55 up. That just helps any flex in the middle of the aluminium, and when I sandwich the two parts of the DRS unit, it'll actually have something to sandwich onto. So I wouldn't need to have done any of this if I was to use like the rear hatch, because it was a 400 by 400 cutout already. So if you have the option of using a 400 by 400 hatch and removing that and fitting it straight in, the job will be much easier. But because I wanted it at the front, and the two front hatches, the cutouts for them are much bigger than 400 by 400, I've just had to make up those aluminium plates to fill in the hole, and then this is the 400 by 400 cutout here. So yeah, if you're using a smaller hatch, it's much easier, but this is still pretty easy. And everything I've got is from Bunnings, so yeah, simple stuff. All right, so I'm just put this aluminium panel up now. We've just wrapped it in some white vinyl wrap, so it's not the silver aluminium cover. So we've put that up here now, and all we've done is this inside cover of the Dometic unit. This one here has just got 4 screws, and you get a choice. You get a choice of the screws in the bag. So there's two lengths. I'm using these ones because it's 50mm thickness wall. So you put one of these through, and then you just put these little spacers in. The book tells you which spacers to use according to the thickness of the roof that you've got. So as is 55mm, so it says to use 3 of those 10mm spacers, and then you just screw it up, and then there's 1, 2, 3, 4, and it just sandwiches the 2 together, and then that'll be it. Alright guys, so that's the end of the video. Hope you enjoyed it. I hope you got something out of it. Any questions, yeah, just hit us up, let us know, and we'll provide some feedback on it once we've hit some dirt roads, and let you know how it performs and any issues that we've had. So yeah, stay tuned for the gib.